this is that one trip that we've really been wanting, to where we could share those memories and being able to have my 18-year-old daughter and my 12-year-old girl, and just every time I turn around, both of them are hugging on me, say, "Dad, thanks so much. This is so awesome."
The difference is simple. It's people. It's been amazing dinners with couples. It's been events like this, table tennis, the belly flopping contest. It's amazing stuff.
Being able to hang out with the best people on the face of the earth, that's the coolest part for me.
I've been on several with other companies. I've been around the business for a long time, and there is no comparison, and it's primarily due to the people. I would tell you that being with the Alliance is nothing but first class all the time.
Travel by yourself, you don't have the ability to rent out an entire movie theater. You don't have the ability to rent out an entire restaurant. Here we're renting out entire restaurants, movie theaters. Last night we got to see a water show. Every night there's something on the docket that I gotta go look at and say, oh, this is where I go to tonight. And there's like, it's our place. We sit down, we don't worry, we don't stress. No stress, zero stress. Our trips have no stress.
The shows are like being in Las Vegas. There's so much to do, and it's round the clock. It's just a cruising city is really what it is. And there's just incredible views everywhere you look, which makes it breathtaking no matter where you are in the boat.
You know, we're all together, we see each other, we high-five even if you don't know each other. It's family, and that's really the Alliance difference, and I'm loving it.
Some folks from home are texting me like, what's it like? What's it like? And I'm thinking, gosh, I can't explain it. You gotta come. It is so worth it.
It's been relaxing.
Yes.
Fun.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Exciting.
Yes.
Dude, this cruise has been awesome. Just amazing to be around other people that are like-minded, that are all fighting for the same type of goals to improve their own lives, and spend time like this with our family and people that we care about. It's amazing.
It's the first trip I've ever taken my kids on, but this is already my favorite trip. I want to bring my kids all the time now.
This is the first carrier trip that the kids get to go, and to watch their faces get to experience the first-class service that the Adventures team puts together. I'm really excited about that. As a father, as a provider, it really, I love the way it makes me feel that I can give this to them because they deserve it.
I will go anywhere for you. I will go anywhere for you.
I see it. I feel it. I know it's happening, guys. I'm so excited for the Alliance. It's never been this great. It's never been this crazy. This cruise, people will be talking about the cruise that we took in 2014. After that, we exploded. I look forward to seeing you on one of these trips.
here. Greek Isles, it's got to be you. You got to be there. You have to be on the boat in the Greek Isles, Italy, Venice. It's got to be you and your family.
We are so fired up.
Nowhere else like it, and this is the best convention that we have been to yet. The Alliance just keeps getting better and better.
The help, the support. I am in love with NAA. I love it. I am excited.
Couldn't be happier to be here. It's been fantastic. I really just want people on the team to get out of it what I did, and I want them to kind of catch it.
So amazing when you're walking up and down. They know you by name, know who you are, and treat you, like your family, because this is what this company is. It's a family.
You get to associate, get to be around the top leaders, get to pick the brain, ask them questions.
And you're not in the fight alone. You have so many people here that want you to win, who want to fight with you.
I love the breakout training, having fun with that. It's more custom geared towards what you want to know, which is where you're at with your business, whether you're new, whether you've been with us for 5 years, whether you've been with us for 10 years.
Just come. You have to see it. You have to live it. And now these people that are here are so happy. They said, oh my God, this is the best thing that ever happened to us.
So I promise you this, when you get here, you won't regret being here. End of story.
If you're not here, get here. If you want to be with us, come on board. We'd love to have you.
When nobody's watching you, will you do the right thing? This is the team. This is the championship we've been looking for. We have fun. We make money. We make a difference. And we do it again and again and again. And then one day, we look back and we go, we did it. We hammered it the whole time. We made a difference.
We're fighting the right battle. We're looking for people who want to be the warriors on the right team. Are you willing to join us?
We will not be denied. We refuse to lose, and we will fight to unite regardless.
There are people out there all around us that need our help, that need an opportunity.
There's challenges everywhere. You're gonna deal with stuff. I see the hearts. I see it in your eyes. We're going places. The Alliance is making waves, baby. This is only the beginning. I drew the line in the concrete, and every day I thank God I didn't give up. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Delivering the difference. That's what we're doing. I really think it's just letting people know that other people actually care. That makes you feel good inside.
Foresters is awesome. They are a company that likes to give.
We were formed on the basis of helping create better family well-being. Andy and NAA and every one of his management team and producers is the reason that we have the opportunity to do this.
There's sometimes you do things just for the good of doing it, not because somebody made you. This is a completely volunteer organization. Everybody that's here today is here because they want to be, and that's what the Alliance believes in.
Alliance loves forestry, and a big part is because of things like this. They give back to the community. That's what we like to do too.
Hey folks, welcome to another Instant Replay. This is Coach. Have you ever had one of those friends that would just do about anything? They will put themselves in harm's way just because they think it's funny or it looks cool. Well, lucky for us, those people get caught on camera and they get put on YouTube, and so we can get to watch it. And we really did catch a dumb one. Check it out.
Let's go.
Pull my legs over! Pull my legs over! Zach, help me now! Yeah, I would have loved to have met the people that said, hey, this is a good idea. Oh! That's music to my ears. I can't tell, man, if that was a pterodactyl screaming or a human. This is my new ringtone when Gina calls.
Oh, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep.
I feel so bad for you.
Oh,
Dude, I feel so bad for you. You sound like you're in a lot of pain.
hold up.
I think in a time like this, it's best to express our feelings.
Owie! I'm so sorry, man. Owie!
Now see, this kid, he is going to kill himself one day. He's going to do something so stupid, he's going to kill himself. That's why I need you to swoop in with some Mutual of Omaha Term Life Express. Take that course. Cover him, because when you do, you're not only going to protect him, but you're going to prepare his family for that day that's inevitably going to come when he blows himself up.
Child's Play is an organization that buys board games and video games for children's hospitals, children's hospices. And really what Child's Play is all about is it's giving these kids a chance to be a kid.
By supporting the charities we love, we can make the world a better place. The Good Samaritan Bonus. Let's make a difference together. To help make a difference where you are, go to GoodSamaritanBonus.com.
It's been one of the things that's been different with this trip, is that we've had multiple opportunities to have trainings. We spent time with Mark Vickers this morning, had John Roberts. Gina was doing the annuity training, being able to spend time with the leaders of the company in a very relaxed setting, ask questions that I know I can get some very direct answers to, that you can't get in a situation where you're surrounded by 2,000 other people. And that's why that's one of my favorite things of coming on these trips, is that I'm able to get the teaching that I need and be able to tie that into a vacation and be able to enjoy ourselves.
Every time I do this talk, I start seeing people get the magic in their eyes. But here today, looking at people in this huge Opal Theater and seeing the magic, seeing the spark, seeing the fire in these guys' eyes, the Alliance has never been poised like it is right now.
If one tries, one can find stuff to do here, I guess.
But they keep going and going, and they do it for you. They do it for their family. They do it for what they believe in, and we love them and appreciate them for it. So we need you to keep encouraging them. And guys, next year, Greek Isles, baby!
I don't want to be a burden on my family. I know my kids don't feel like I let them down, but I know I did. The scary part was I couldn't quit. So for me, it was a prison. I knew that I shouldn't be doing this. It's just a failure that I had in my life that I had to get rid of, you know? The future, it definitely is definitely brighter. I'm only 43. I got a lot of time to make a lot of difference in people's lives. It's gonna be okay. That's probably a good way to look at it. It's gonna be okay.
We just saw a huge humpback whale 100 feet off our bow. We were in this little rubber Zodiac boat, and it just did the full breach Pacific Life, that boom, and when it landed, we could feel the waves. We went, oh my God, awesome. That was crazy. And all of a sudden off the bow, they said, hey, there's a whole pod of dolphins. We're like, how many? They said, 500. We're like, what? She said, you don't want to see them? We headed over there. That was incredible.
Bo! Lord have mercy. The TWC is on again. My name is Andy Albright. I work with National Agents Alliance, and I am proud to be part of this team. We are on fire. Things are happening. We're making a difference. We're changing lives, and we're making more money than we ever had. It is awesome. If you are brand new, come on board. Let's roll. I know you need to get started, get licensed. Come on board. This TWC, we have the show every Wednesday. We try to keep people in line with what we're thinking. And I'm a little nervous to tell you today what all we're thinking, because there's some crazy, wild, fanatical stuff. But you know what? Let me tell you something. You can't live an extraordinary life and be ordinary person. You can't have wild dreams met and work like an average person. You can't think like average people. That's why I'm a little bit nervous, because I've been thinking out of the box today. This morning, last night, since I've been back from Africa, while I was in Africa, before I was in Africa, it's been crazy. And it's getting crazier. So I am going to try to update the alliance that's looking in, that's looking through this live stream, that's listening on your road when you're driving down the road, selling insurance, recruiting people, training people. I know you're on the road. I know my wife's on the beach listening to this. I know a lot of people listening in, and I know a lot of people on airplanes, or they out of signal traveling in the mountains of Denver, and they can't hear or see nothing, you know, because they ain't got no signal out there, can't get nothing about elks running across the road. They're going to listen to this thing later tonight. And some people, I'm glad you plugged in, but I'm telling you, here's what I promised. I want to show you how to get their head, how to get their heart, and how to get $10,000 just like that from recruiting. Let me tell you this. I'm an engineer, graduated from NC State, textile science. I'm an engineer. I worked in a cotton mill. I've worked in tobacco fields. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Never, ever in my life, where you can make money, bam, 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 and you can change people's lives for the better. It's a great combination. Has been for me. Hope it works out for you. I'm going to try to share with you some of that stuff, how to get your mindset where you can take advantage of this and live sort of like we live, okay? I'm telling you, it's here for everybody. Not only is it America, God created Earth. It's right here for you. Now, I can't get you up off your butt, but I'm going to try to give a little inspiration. I'm going to try to give a little motivation, but I'm telling you, it is right there for you, all right? And I'm going to try to lay it out on a silver platter for you. Okay. And I know I'm on it. Okay, so here's, I know, I ain't apologizing for it. I'm just saying I recognize it. I understand where I'm coming from. All right, I open up the show with this thing called AMP Picks. AMPPIX. On this, you can find awesome stuff. You with me? Okay, now, right here is our Leadership 2014. Right here is when we were Cabo Soga Lucas, and right here is when we were Oasis of the Seas. And look at all them pictures. Look at Michael Owens right there. Woo! See, now what I'm telling about right here is fun. This is my butt. Look at it. Look at Dane Levine. Yeah. What I'm talking about. Look at Mark Vickers. Who's that right there? Looks like Paul Roberts to me. I don't know if that's who that is. Look at that, him looking out sunglasses and what he's looking at right there. That's a great picture, Amp Picks. And look at this stuff, man. I am telling y'all, look at Lauren and Aaron, Bo. I'm going to tell you what, you talk about a sharp couple right there having a good time. There's our IT guy. Look at these people, man. We having a blast. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Look, Chris Long, Stephen Davies. David Michelle, look, I'm telling you, Amp Picks, you can start to see how much fun we're having and what's going on. So that's where I open it up with. All right, now, let me tell you, there's a lot of opportunities coming up. Right now, you're not invited to this next deal coming on, but I have the top people coming in to my house in a couple weeks. You need to be one of the top people. There's my list right here. I can't remember if I invited in the top 8, the inner circle, or if I did the 12. The top 12 right now in the organization, Alex Fitzgerald, Bill Lampe, Stephen Davies, Mike and Noel Leventovich, Kyle Weinberger, Chris Long, Michael Owens, Alex Abian, Paul Roberts, Adam Katz, John Wilson, Jason Carey. So if I only invited a few of y'all and a few of y'all left out, that's because you ain't in the inner circle. Now, if you ain't on these 12, you ain't in the inner 12. How about that? Does that make sense? They come in our house, we're going to hang out, we're going to have a blast. That's the next crazy thing coming up. All right. Go, take me back. Oh, here we go. Now, this is the way we rank stuff right here. This program right here, if you look at, let's do the top, we'll do the top 13. So the top 13, what is that? Regional managers, top REMs. Jason Carey, John Wilson, Adam Katz, Paul Roberts, Alex Abian, Michael Owens. And this is ranked according to whether you, look here. This is not ranked according to who the mama was. It's not ranked according to who the daddy was, who the heritage is, whether they had a college degree. It's ranked on how much heart they got. See, here's the way we do it. Over here on this side, it's recruiting and building, recruiting and selling. Recruiting and selling on this side, you can get promoted. You can get promoted on this side for heart. This is building. This is when somebody besides you is building a wealth machine. Somebody else besides you is building a change machine. Is there anything wrong for getting promoted over here? Let me tell you something. I'll take a promotion on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sunday, days that end in Y, I'm up for a promotion. You with me? Only those days in any day of the month, ends in Y, I'm good with a promotion. But I'm going to tell you what, you get proud when you're over here on this side as a builder. Is it anything with moving up over here and then jumping over here? No, I like both sides, bro. I'm big on promotions. We need salesmen, we need recruiters, we need builders. All right? So, I'm going to tell you what. This is the builders right here. 11 Tovies. Look, Stephen Davies up there, the vice president. Bill Lampe, executive vice president. Alex Fitzgerald, executive vice president. And we've achieved here with my team, my ABTF, we've built to this level executive board member. And I'm upset because we ain't right here president's council member. And I know why. Matter of fact, I'm preaching to myself. I'm teaching. I'm not preaching. I'm teaching. Can we get a how many? I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to myself, and I'm talking to my ABTF. Y'all hear me? You look like you are ABTF. You look like ABTF. All right, so, all right, here we go. We've got one of our staffs that's awesome. Her sister's in here. She looks a lot like her. So, okay, here we go. So I want to move up to President's Council. The guy that's a team builder, he wants to move up to key leader. Key leader wants to move up to agency manager. Okay. Now, what we got to do is we got to get people's heart, meaning we got to get them to move up over here, Matt. All right, now I'm going to tell you this. The way it works, the way it works, by the way, if Brandy Tipton, if you ain't got Kayla, you need to have Kayla watching this show right now. The way this works, to build a national championship team, to win a war, or to build a multi-billion-dollar insurance company, whatever it is, you got to have people's heart in the head. They can't just be smart. You say, no, smarts will work. You don't have nobody's heart. They don't have to care. I'll tell you this. How about if you're on a football team, and we're out here practicing, and the second string quarterback is over there talking to his girlfriend, not paying attention. He ain't got his heart in the game. He knows all the plays. He's got B honor roll. He's doing okay academically. He knows the plays, but he don't have his heart in the program. You say, well, that don't hurt the team out here. We feel like fools out here working, him over there goofing off. And then defensive back over there, he sees him. He decides he wants to pull out his phone up out his pants and start texting somebody during the dadgum practice. That's the kind of problem you have. And then it's just people crazy. Now, I'm telling you, that's just the way it is. A country song, beer's good, people crazy. It's a fact. You can learn a lot from the Bible. You can learn a lot from our audios. You can learn from country music. All right, now, people crazy. I mean, he's over there talking. We're trying to win a national championship. What's wrong with him? Now, you say, well, Andy, have we got leads? Yeah. Have we got great carriers? Yeah. Have we got a program that's real good for people and value? Heck, yes. We got what we need. What we need is more offensive linemen. What we need is more receivers. What we need is more superstars. What we need is more people with their heart in their head. Now, how are you going to find these people? Well, first of all, hello, you got to start looking for what you're looking for. Does this make sense? People, you got to find people that want to do what we're doing. A man told me a long time ago, he said, a man takes teaching and changes, that's because he wants to change. You teach a man and he don't want to change, he won't change. As a matter of fact, if he don't change, that's proof that he don't want to change. If he won't change, that's proof that he don't want to change. I can't make him change. I got to find somebody that wants to change. I was talking to my buddy Joe. I said, Joe, who do you have in your organization that wants to build it like us? Exactly like us. He wants to talk like we talk. And I don't mean with my accent, but they say things like,
We want to do things right. We don't want to be sneaky. We don't want to be deceptive. We want to reproduce. I was in Africa, and I can't tell you everything this preacher said, because a man from Africa can say things that I can't say. He ain't offensive, but I would be offensive. Well, I wouldn't offend most of my friends, but some of y'all might not know me that good. I was in Africa, and this man was talking about reproduction. And we would give out, all our organization gave a whole lot of money, donations. And he gave out money to, we gave him money, and then they bought goats, and we gave goats to poor people. Well, they give a male and a female. And my man was talking about reproduction. His name is Bishop Mahanahanga, something like that. I'll get his name and show it to you. But he was awesome, dude. I taped it. I can't even play it. I want to play it. I've played it to a couple. I'll play it to y'all afterwards. I can't play it on the show, but I'll play it to y'all. He's funny, man. He said, I want reproduction. I need results. I don't, see, here's the thing. Leadership is results. So see, there you said it. You said it's just if you get the numbers, if you don't have the heart right, it's all right. Nuh-uh. No, that's all right, because leadership hires people that produce and stick around, and they do the right thing. They don't embarrass us by doing something unethical or immoral or stupid, right? Now let me tell you this. I got so many things to lay on you. I got so many things to lay on you today. Okay. We want to get their heart. We want to get them right. My preacher said, the preacher in Africa, he's in Zimbabwe. He said, we need these goats to reproduce. He said, you need to walk around and you need to start saying, my goats are reproducing. They're having babies. Well, see, the way this works, Billy, where's my gray? All right, give me a gray one. The way this works is, not a picture, gray one. All right, the way this works, when you get started, we want to show you how to do one thing. It's called the Alliance, okay? And the Alliance is 8 steps to success. We got 8 values, and then we got 3 things that we focus on: prosperity, inspiration, eternity. So when I start talking to a young person or an old person with a young heart, now I don't need an old person with an old heart, cold heart that won't listen, okay? Because you get a person with a cold heart, you get a person with a won't listen, hard-headed, stupid, you can't do nothing with them. Now don't get me wrong, be nice to them, because we're going to sell them at the auction later on, okay? Now I'm going to tell you how that's going to work, because that's going to relate to goats. It's going to relate to goats. So watch this. The Alliance does a couple things. We sell and recruit, and we build. We sell and recruit because we can get promoted, and we got to sell to get paid. That's where the carriers pay us. And we got to build because of recognition. That's when you get the free trips and all the perks, and you get invited to all the stuff. Okay? Y'all with me on this? So you got to do what we do. Hello. So when I talk to a person, I'm real deliberate. I say, now look here. I want to help you. I've been telling a lot of my leaders, listen to me, leaders. 1. Jason, 1. Matt, need to find 1. James, need to find 1. 1. 1. Because look, how many people do you have right now that are trying their best to do everything I say? How many? You say, well, I got 1. Okay, good. You? Is it you? Remember last week when I drew it out? Remember last week when I drew it out and I said, this is perfect. This is perfect right here. And these over here, they need it. They want it. They desire it. They need the bills. And the only problem is they dumb, they cold-hearted, they stupid, they uneducated, they got a bad attitude. Then we got these people over here, they super talented. I had a guy, he said, Andy, I'm hoping I'm on the super talented, low ambition, because I'm getting ready to change my low ambition. That don't stand for Lower Alabama, and it don't stand for LA. It stands for low ambition. He said, I hope that's what you're going to say about me. I hope I'm talented. I want to show you guys I got ambition, because I ain't been right here. And because, see, these people are taking off. They're growing like crazy. Because results is what we're talking about with these goats over in Africa, and results is what we're talking about with organizations. When I'm talking to ABTF, when I'm talking to myself, is getting results. Okay? So, what we need for you to do is be deliberate with yourself. Look at the leaderboards. Look at the production. We got this one guy. Don't tell him. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. But he's always at the meetings talking about his production numbers. You know what I'm talking about? And then, when we look at the leaderboards, the numbers ain't on there. And it's embarrassing because people gets up next week and people thinking, wonder if he's going to lie again. You say, well, what should I do if I'm that guy? Quit lying. Just say the truth, Bo. Say, last week I was picking cucumbers, I was taking trash out for my wife, and I watched 3 episodes of Law and Order. And I've been associating with some psycho people on Facebook by looking at Facebook. No, Facebook goes up. You know. Oh my God, honey, look at this. You ain't gonna believe what they did. That's bad association right there. So that's why I didn't sell nothing, guys. But guess what I'm gonna do this week? This week, I'm gonna take my little pressy finger here, I'm gonna press the numbers, and I'm gonna make some dials, and I'm gonna make some real sales. I'm not gonna stand up here and fake it. That ain't right. That ain't right. It's confusing to people. People can look at the leaderboards. People can look at the production. People can look at the recruiting. I called my man Ben Smilich. I said, Ben Smilich, how you recruit? Hey, where's the website? Bill, can you pull up the front of the website, just straight NAA website? See, I'm going to tell you something. Go to this website right here. Let me scroll down here. Look here. Look here where it says, right on front, you click on recruits. My man Ben has 7 width. I said, what, Ben? What are you doing? He said, ain't you got a TWC to do? I said, I'm going to be there 3 minutes early. I don't know why everybody's panicking. I'm on the way. He said, Bo, I said, how are you hiring so many people? He said, I call them up and I talk to them. See, here's what I know. If a man wants to make money with us, if a woman wants to make money with us, he do the action. If he don't get results, he can check with somebody upline and they'll explain it to him. They'll explain it to him. They will take him through the diagrams. They will send him to NAA University and they'll show him how to get a scholarship. Have y'all seen the scholarships we're giving out at NAA University? Listen, let me tell you something. Do you know the failures we have in the Alliance that have not been through NAA University? Now, some don't add up about that when a man or woman is failing with us and ain't took the classes. I mean, it ain't like you got to go down to Alamance Community College and pay $92 for a session. It ain't like you got to go to NC State and pay $8,000 for a semester. It ain't like you got to pay to Harvard and pay $45. We're talking about NAA University where you win a scholarship by breathing good. I mean, you got to breathe good. And if you can't show up, you can't show up. We can't give you no scholarship. But if you show up and do the right thing, bam, we'll put a scholarship on you. We give away 4 in here today. New people at the TWC. 4 scholarships today we awarded. But you know what? If you give a man a fishing pole and he won't fish, he ain't going to get no fish. Does that make sense? You give him a fishing pole and he don't know how to cast or he don't know how to reel it in. It don't make no difference you got him a fishing pole. You give him a bicycle, my man won't paddle. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I can't feel bad about it. Y'all see what I'm saying? Now, I get fired up stuff I got to tell you about. Hope my gray stuff's right here. My gray stuff's somewhere. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. There it is. Well, how do I get back to the gray stuff quicker? It's not working like normal. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Billy. All right, now let me tell you something. I'm going to talk about productivity. Now, my wife, don't panic. Nobody panic. Nobody get upset. I'm going to tell y'all a story. Sometimes when you hire people, you talk to them, it don't work out. When I was a kid, we raised goats. And when I hire somebody, I'm looking to duplicate. But listen, sometimes you're going to hire people, and that's going to tell you. Occasionally, you're going to get what I call a dud. And ain't nothing going to happen down here. You with me? Now, I'm going to tell y'all a story, and this is the truth. Don't want nobody be offended, and if you got children in the house, you might not want them to listen. But when I was 12 years old, I went down there and I found goats. One time I found a goat, his ears done froze with frostbite. It was freezing. Every time it was sleet, rain, snow, I'd go down to the woods and check all my baby goats. That's when I had babies. Y'all had babies in the worst dadgum time. But that's just the way they are. That's the way things happen. Matter of fact, whenever you're getting serious about your business, that's when something's going to happen bad. And people are like, well, you think something happened bad for? Because you're getting ready to do something good. Anytime you get ready to do something good. Matter of fact, we have some psychos messing with a couple of our leaders. I said, that's good news. That means y'all getting ready to do something good or they wouldn't be attacking you. Oh, my little goat, his ears were done frostbit. He was curled up. I took him home, took him to the house. I had him in the fireplace, and Mom was, I said, what's wrong? I was crying. My goat, the ears messed up. She said, what happened? I said, I don't know if he's going to be okay. My daddy come by. He said, he'll be all right. He rolled him over and looked at him. We had him. He rolled him over and looked at him. He said, he's good. He's good. He's going to reproduce. I said, you got a point. That's just his ears. You with me? And my dad, he's smart like that. He said, Bo, just keep it simple. He ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but my man gonna produce. She ain't the prettiest thing in the world. See what I'm saying? You back over here. See, what I would take is somebody that ain't too smart, don't know too much, but they do the activities and they can produce. Does that make sense? I kind of feel like that guy sometimes. I don't feel like the over-talented one that's ambitious. I feel like the one that ain't got no skills is ambitious. Matter of fact, I look out across our organization, I feel most of our organization come from this side and moved up. You with me? That's why I said we're looking for perfect people. Now, if some of y'all perfect ones will get over here and have a little ambition, that'd be good too. In other words, the people to get the results is what we're looking for. Now, the next goat I'm going to tell you about, I don't even want to say it. Mac told me don't say it. I probably shouldn't say it. But I'm just going to tell you this. When I looked at that goat and I rolled him over, he had every anatomical part. Y'all know what I'm talking about? He had everything. It scared me at 12 years old. And my daddy said, that one ain't going to be no good. Because he ain't going to do nothing. He's going to be messed up. And I was like, oh, God, Dad. So I said, let's just give him some time, let him grow up. Guess what? All them parts got worse. They got bigger. It was so messed up. Eventually, we took him down to the stock market down there in Southern Alamance, and we auctioned him off. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he became barbecue. I don't know what happened. But I was not mean to him. I loved on her. I loved on that goat, him. I didn't know what to do with that goat. I was messed up. I'm telling you, I'm 50 years old. I remember I was 12 years old. I found him over there behind that log. I rolled him up. I said, I'm going to tell you. And people, they tell me, I got an agent. And I go like, will they try? Will they make an effort? You know, and if they can't do anything, just be nice. At some time, don't get upset. People say to me, they say, Andy, when you're talking to people and when you're hiring people, you ever had anybody quit? Yeah. How do you keep coming back? You ever had one of them attack you? How do you stay sensible? How do you keep going? Okay? Well, I've been fishing before. I'm trying to catch fish, right? I'm trying to catch fish. How you draw fish? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to catch fish, right? I'm trying to catch fish, right? I'm trying to catch them. I'm trying to catch a fish, right? All right. Guess what? Sometimes I'll roll it in. God, I'll be drilling. I'll be like, I got one, Jane. Woo! Everybody's screaming. Daggum stick. Right? Yeah, I notice the drag keeps going out, and all it is, it's like, come here, James. It's like, what happens is, if you can imagine, the hook gets caught on it, and it pulls, so it's coming towards you, and your pole's been over. Well, after it's getting so, the pole, the tree's trying to pull back because it's bent, like it's caught up against something, so it's pulling back. So it looks like it's a live one, right? But eventually, you figure it out, ain't nothing happening. You'd be like, now you got to decide what you're going to do. Are you going to pull real hard? Are you going to jump in there and go try to get it out? You're going to cut the line. What you don't do is roll over and cry and pee on yourself. You with me? Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Sit back down, bud. So you can't, it happens like that. Sometimes I have caught fish, have them right up on the bank, and they jump off, and I'm like diving in. My wife saw me a couple months ago. We caught a carp. Now, a carp is like one of those agents you catch that they pretty and they beautiful, and you want to get them on the team, but you're pretty sure they ain't ever going to do nothing. You know what I mean? Well, a carp's the same thing. If son of a gun's that big, they ain't going to eat him because they ain't taste good and they ain't going to be no good. All I'm going to do is put him back. But I wanted to get him out to take a look at him up close, and I want to take pictures and brag about him. See, like sometimes you have those people, it's my new agent. And you're excited about them, but you know they ain't going to do nothing because they're too pretty. They won't get their hands dirty. They won't make no dials. They won't do nothing. So what you do is you just smile and pose with them. That's what I was going to do with that fish. But he fell off, and he was laying right there. Hancock was with me, one of my buddies. He grabbed a bucket and was trying to get him. I jumped in the water and tried to get him. And some gun said, boom, 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 got away. What did I do, cry? I'm not doing mad. I got to start fishing again. I got to get up and go to work. Does that make sense? My job is to get up and go to work. Now, I'm intentional. If I catch a fish, I try to give him a little bit of drag. I don't want to pull them too hard and break the line. I don't want to let them go too loose. When I talk to an agent, I want to be nice, but I don't want to slobber on them. I love you, you're awesome. Let me give you some leads. Come over to our house and have dinner with us. Y'all spend the night at my house. Here's my children, here's some toys, my children, here's some clothes. Boo, people don't like that. That's like when the fish, when you don't reel them in, you ain't ever gonna get it. When you give them everything. You can't give them everything. It has to be a little bit of pull, a little bit of push. Hello? What's the right amount? When you land them, when they come on board and start being productive. But I do tell people, I'm very specific with them. I'm going to help you. But listen to this, here's a good line, here's a good thing to say. There's more ways to do our business wrong than it is to do it right. So if you pick a wrong way, I'm not shocked. I'm not mad, but I'm not shocked either. See, people get mad at people. You need to not be shocked because they're trying to do it the wrong way, because there's so many wrong ways to do it. You don't need to be surprised that they picked the wrong way because there's so many wrong ways. You say, but we tell them the right way. I got it. Are you telling them the right way? See, because remember, we got to come back to you. Are you perfect? See, I need to try to get you to try to do the 8. I need you to be on the TWC. I need you to be to the hot spot. I need for you to listen to Barry Clarkson's activity call. I need for you to take NAA University. You to be the example. Remember, that's the first thing. And then your job is to talk to people and explain to them what we're doing. Now, don't throw up on them. Don't tell them too much. What's too much? If they run away, what's just right? If they come to us doing the right thing. What if they come to us and doing the wrong thing? What does that mean? Well, that's no good either. Does that make sense? So if you hire them, but they think that all they got to do is recruit, not sell, that won't work. What if they think all they want to do is sell, sell, sell? That won't work. Why won't it work, Andy? I ain't got time to tell you every reason why. Okay, here's the way to do it right. I ain't got time to explain why that won't work, why that won't work. Like, in other words, if I'm baking a cake and I give you a formula or a recipe, I can't time to tell you why lemon juice don't work in a pie. Okay? Unless you're making a lemon pie. It won't work in a pecan pie. I like lemons. You ain't going to like it in a pecan pie. Why? I ain't got time to tell you that. Here's the recipe for a pecan pie. Does that make sense? All I can tell you is the right way to do it. We wrote books. We got universities. We got training sessions. We got hotspot. We got examples. Why are you so contrary that you want me to explain why that don't work? I ain't got time. I know why that don't work. I just ain't got time to tell you everything right now. I'm telling you, Bo, it takes hard work. It's a real easy business, but hard work. You have to go to people's house. I tell people in the beginning, you got to go to people's houses. You say, wait a minute, were you hiring people? You tell them they got to go to houses? Yes. I tell them they can get crazy rich. We can have free trips, 6-figure income for people that are not too smart. I tell them, I ain't trying to put down people we got on our team. We got people that ain't too smart on our team. We got people that ain't graduate from high school and go to college that I'm telling you that make 6-figure incomes. I know it can be done. But you got to do it like this, okay? But you got to do it, and you're going to do it wrong sometimes, and we got to correct you. So I tell them that. If they don't believe me, now, occasionally, you're going to have people. I had a guy sitting, I don't even want to say, I'm going to say seat right here. The seat that he's sitting in wasn't there. So he was sitting right there. I heard the man stand in front of 50 people and say, I lost my job. He's associated with my child. I'm not going to say how he's associated with my child, but he's associated with my child and my son. And he said, if anybody knows of a job, I got one for, I like one. I talked to him. I introduced him to Casey, come up here. Gooden, come up here. I'm going to tell you this. I took him in my office. Zach, come up here. Took it in my office. I showed the guy the leads. I said, these people want to buy. I said, are you scared to go to somebody's house? He said, no. I thought I had me one. In other words, this is me. I thought I had me one. You with me? I thought I had me one. He sat there. He was bouncing. He was excited. I can tell you who he was. You remember. He was excited. And I introduced him to one of my ABTL. And I put him working with Casey. I'd be like, my man done said, my dream come true. Got leads, got an insurance carrier, got the president's don't hire me himself. I'm going to do this thing. I ain't scared to go to people's house. Let me tell you this. I introduced him to Gooden. I said, look at that right there. Where'd you go to school?
UNCG.
UNCG. You want a UNCG, but he gonna help you out. He know how to sell, get his license. Virginia Tech man, you're gonna be on his team. Look here, dream come true. Now I'm gonna tell you what. You pick him on your basketball team, you say, we just got an advantage. You pick him to be helping you recruit, you just got an advantage. I thought my man got everything he needs, right? But you know what happened? You know what happened? I don't know what happened. Well, I know what the man said. I know what he said to me, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he went home and got on Facebook and somebody told him that he wasn't capable, that he didn't have the backbone, or whatever. Here's what he said. I don't think this is my cup of tea. And this is after he's excited out of his mind, done signed up for class, done took part of the class. And I told him, I said, but we ain't making tea. We selling insurance. That didn't faze him. He stuck to his story. You with me? He's a nice guy. But I think a little something wrong right there. I'm just going to tell you. Now, if you don't like to sell, you scared to go to people's house, your finger can't dial, I understand. If your dream, I talked to a guy the other day, his dream is to be an avionics. He wants to be a mechanic. He's fired up about it. He don't make enough money, but he's going back to school. And the guy that was recruiting him, here's how I looked at the guy recruiting him. I said, my man has a dream to be in avionics. He would work in avionics for free. That man don't need to be selling insurance with us. That man needs to get him an indexed, universal life insurance policy and plan for retirement the old-fashioned way by saving money through an insurance product. And somebody needs to sell him that. So I gave my buddy, I pulled out Tax-Free Retirement by Patrick Kelly. I told my buddy on the phone, Devon, I said, Devon, now look here. Matt's going to come out there with a book and show you an indexed universal life program. It's where your tax-free money compounds with interest and don't get taxed. You could take it out, borrow it out, and never have to pay it back. Woo! He said, that sounds good to me. I need to think about it. I said, you need to do it. You don't need to think. But see how quick I changed him? You need to do it. You don't need to think. Because I ain't putting up with that, right? Now, whether he does or not, be up to Matt and me, and if we try to talk to him. But he ain't my guy. But now my other guy who's looking for a job don't have no dream in the world. He needs to get over his fears, is what I think. Right? But now don't get me wrong. I ain't judging him. I don't know. He might have some situation going on. He might be allergic to going to other houses. He might be, I don't know. You know, but see, what I do is I tell people, and I explain it to them directly what we're going to do. So yes, I tell people you have to go in other houses. All right? I'm going to tell y'all a couple things. Y'all stay right here. I don't even hardly know which way to go. There's so much I want to tell you. Now, what you're looking for when you talk to people is heart. Okay? Heart. People that love their family and they do anything for their family. They would get no-showed 10 times in a row. They will fly 8 hours, work 3 days in a row, sleep in the car, get up, take a shower at the exercise place. Because I don't know, a lot of people that's one of our tricks, how to travel long distance without money, is you join what do you call them, a fitness center, a Gold's Gym, or something like that, and they sleep in the car and get up and take a shower. People say, I wouldn't be willing to do that. Let me tell you this. I'm looking for people to say I'll do anything for my family that's not illegal or immoral. Now, I know some people that will do things illegal and immoral and claim it's for their family. And they'll say things like, you would do what I'm doing. See, they want to do it for their family, but they're doing illegal and immoral. And they say, you understand I'm doing it for my family, and you do it too. And I go, no, if I had to do illegal and immoral, my family would die. So you wouldn't let you, I'm telling you, I would find a way to do it legal. I'd find a way. I'd move heaven or hell. I'd find a way to do it legal and ethically and something that don't hurt my friends. I would not do something to hurt. That ain't make no sense. Y'all with me? So we're looking for somebody that'll do anything. That's heart, baby. I have people that want to give away stuff for missions. I start talking about the Good Samaritan bonus, and people go crazy. They go like, wait a minute. You mean the more money I make, you will let us tell you where to send the money? We call that the Good Samaritan bonus. Let me see. Look here. By the numbers, this is what's happened with the Good Samaritan bonus. Now, the Good Samaritan bonus works like this. You sell $10,000 and issue paid over here on this side right here, right down here. It's that level right here, APP. Alliance Power Producer, 12 months in a row, bam, we'll give $1,000 to any charity you name. 6 months in a row at this level, see how it is right there? All conferences circled like that. That's highlighted so you know that's the GSB. You do that 6 months in a row, we'll do $1,000 to any charity you want. Right there, All-American Producer, 3 months in a row, bam. So if you did 12 months of that, we'll give you 4, because you've done it 3 times in a row, 3 times in a row, 3 times in a row. That's $4,000. You've knocked this one out twice. That's another 2, and that one out once. That's another. So that's $7,000 you can make in a year. So far, by the numbers, here's what's happened since we started it. $75,000 have been donated since 2013 to different charities. Here's some of the charities: Make-A-Wish, St. Jude's, Big Brothers and Sisters, Wounded Warriors. Okay? These are the companies that have benefited. I didn't pick them. Some of these not on my radar, some I'd never give to, but I give to, the company give to. See, people that fight for that. Mike and Carrie Williams, have I got a list? Okay, hold on, 75,000. Mike and Carrie sent me a picture. They're giving a check away. I love stuff like that. Now, do I hope they get to making $80,000 a month for themselves? Yeah, I'm going to show them how. It's not complicated. I've showed people how to do it before. I can show them. I love them. They're good people, good heart. All right, $30,000. What's $30,000 number? $30,000 in Good Samaritan bonus checks have been earned through July of this year. How about that? 40. What's the 40 represent? 40 different organizations have received $1,000. That means some organizations must be multiple recipients. And I bet you it's companies that sent big thank you notes and are very appreciative. 6 agents have earned 2 or more Good Samaritan bonus this year. How about that? So that's by the numbers what's going on with the GSB. So we are looking for people with heart. Let me see if I can give you who is one. We had 7 when, yeah, here we go. We had 7 this month, the month of July. I'm excited that we're writing $7,000 worth of checks for Dane Levine, whoever he picks, him and Ruthie. Tim Wacko, whoever they pick. Larry Williams, whoever we pick, we're going to give the money. Kirk Scher, or Kai, we call him Kai Scher. Nikki McMillan, Brant Swindle, and Larry Williams did the $10,000 for 12 months. These are people with heart. Now, what we got to do, though, we got to go to these people and we got to explain to them and make sure they understand the recipe of how we do the business, how we do our schedule, what's important, what shows results. Just like if we're on a football team and that guy's over there on the sideline. Now, here's the problem. Let's say on the football team, let's say we got 11 for defense, 11 for offense, and we got 20 people on the sideline, right? Or let's say we got 11 on the sideline. So that's 33 people. What if out of 33 people, we have 12 acting stupid? What if out of 33 we had 20 acting stupid? Now the minority is trying to do the right thing, and the majority is being goof-offs. You need to decide, are you one of the goof-offs, or are you one of the guys fighting? Okay? Now, the fortunate thing is you're joining an alliance when the majority are on track. That's the fortunate thing. The unfortunate thing is we can't control everybody. Okay? And we're going to hire another 150 this week. We're going to put another 175 in class. And we don't try to judge people, but we do watch what they do. What do we watch? We watch them and see if they're selling and recruiting. We'll see if they're building, hiring people, doing activity. That's how we judge. We judge an apple tree by if it's got apples. Orange tree if it's got oranges. You don't call an orange tree an apple tree. The reason you call it an orange tree is because it produces apples. You don't call a guy a team player, it ain't producing nothing. See how that works? We got to explain this in the beginning to people. Hello? Can I get a how many? So that's what one preacher said. The one that was telling it to goats, he was like, they got to reproduce. They got to reproduce. And he was preaching, he said, can I get a how many? Can I get a how many? And then he's like, well, me and my wife, we reproduce 5. Woo! We need a minimum of 5. Because we produce 5, them goats, oh, it was crazy, dude. I'm going to tell you what, bro. I was ready to fly back from Africa right then and get to work. It was nuts, man. That's what you need, though. You need to explain to people how the thing works, okay? In the beginning, nicely, with stories and examples. Okay, now, if the majority of the people goofing off, it's confusing because you see them goofing off. In America, I ain't sure if it ain't a majority goofing off trying to build America. You with me? I heard somebody said some junk about my university that goes to my university. Now, you talk about mad, I'd like to jackslap that son of a gun. He's the kind of person, what he needs to do is quit bitching, moaning, complaining, BMCing, and he's get on a program and help us change the program by donating $10,000 this month, by writing a check for $100,000 a month to NC State. What he needs to do is help us get involved, not with his little whining, moaning, complaining. Because a builder at NC State can influence the chancellor, and we can influence the governor, and we can change a university. But it's our university, unless he's going to jump to another university, which I've seen people do. They pick whatever school, and they pick it, and they lose it. You know what I mean? They're idiots. They end up messed up. You with me? Now, I'm going to tell you this. There's been some craziness happen this week. My man Robbie Williams done killed himself. Now, I didn't know that guy personally. I didn't know I ain't read no books of him. I didn't know him, but he was funny. He was funny. He got paid millions and millions and millions of dollars. My man hung himself and killed himself. But I never knew he's having a problem. But let me tell you something. Messed up family life. Messed up. Messed up, messed up, messed up, messed up. Done read about that. Done been in the habit of abusing drugs. Messed up, messed up, messed up. He walked around and looked good, smelling good. I liked the way he acted. Everything I saw about him, I liked. But I don't follow a man's personal life. But in personal, my man was depressed. Done took his own life. That's something right there. That's a major decision, and that's what people are. Now let me tell you what they do. On Facebook, they happy. Hey, my girlfriend's so pretty. And you look at that because you choose to associate with them idiots. The idiots that are posting crazy stuff. You don't know. You don't know that inside he wants to kill himself. He don't know that inside they broke up. He don't know that inside his mama done told him 15 times she ain't worth nothing. You don't know that. So he posts on there. You with me? And it messes you up. I was talking to my brother about that, and he ain't on it. He ain't on it. Thank goodness. He ain't with us. He's been with us a couple times, and I want him to come back. I love him, but you know he's whatever his deal is. He said, I got a friend. He'll post stuff. I went here. I did that. And I said, Boo. He said, what do you put that? He said, I don't know. I just everybody else posts stuff. I just post stuff too. Just lies, and deceit. There's no accountability. You see what I'm saying? People don't understand that I don't look at it. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want to look at it, you look at it. And we've recruited some people off of it. But I'm just telling you, you say, well, I only do it 1 minute at a time, and I'm only on it maybe 10 different times, only 1 minute. Drop down for 1 minute and give me 10 sit-ups. Give me 1 minute of push-ups. If you ain't got nothing else to do, drop down and give me some push-ups. I tell you what, give me that chair right there, Zach. I tell you what, you got a minute. You think about looking the face up, here's what you do right here. I got a personal trainer guy. He showed me what you need to do. At first, I thought, that ain't going to do nothing. I did like that right there. Step down. He said, do it again. I said, that ain't nothing. I do it all day. I tell you what, about 7, he said, you need to blow out when you're putting out exhaust. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to tell you what, I ain't before right there. You ain't got nothing else to do. You want to look at Facebook? Do that right there. It'll firm up. That stuff won't jiggle so much when you walk. Listen, do that for 1 minute on one leg and then 1 minute on the other, and tell me what your heart's doing right there, Bo. Let me tell you something. We'll find out if you got some heart right there. You see what I'm saying? Listen, I'm telling you. One guy, I'm going to tell y'all a story. I just had something happen to one of my buddy. The guy, the couple who's been exiled from the family posted a picture from years ago pretending like they still doing something and confused everybody. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? That'd be like, you don't follow what I'm saying? It's so tricky. And then when people looking at it, they believe everything. And somebody called me and told me, I said, something's deceptive about that. I don't know what it is. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. It's tricky. You with me? And people are deceptive. And why do those people go on there? Why do they care what you think? Because your happiness is annoying to them. Let me tell you something. In one area I have been successful. I have annoyed some no-goods. You with me? I have annoyed them. Here's the reason. Because I keep doing what I keep doing, I don't get distracted. I'm like, I got what we call blinders on. I know what I got to do. That's the way my daddy used to have mules. I said, Daddy, why you got to have blinders on? He said, mules get distracted. They look over there and see something else. They start swerving. Now, I need a straight line to pull this plow. I don't need him distracted, so we got these little blinders on them so they won't look over there. I got Bill Lampy, Diane Lampy, Chris Long, Stephen Davies, Jane Albright, Tim Goad, Alex Fitzgerald. That's who I associate with. If I got a minute that I'm thinking about seeing who twatted, I ain't got time for that crap. I call up Fitz, say, hey, what's going on, Bo? That's what I say. What's going on, Bo? Then I find out, or I walk outside my office, I talk to Revis, and I go, what's going on, Bo? Like that. I don't go. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I ain't judging nobody for it, but I just don't want to see no jiggle when you walk. Does that make sense? I want to see some. Does that make sense? I'm telling you. And what I would like to see is some downline. Are you with me? In other words, if you got 2 minutes and 1 minute, can I get a how many? Does that make sense? Can I get a how many? Now, one of my attitudes that I got to get across to you, I got to communicate to you, is how I ain't all that smart. Okay? And I'm telling you. But no, I ain't stupid. Okay? Don't get me wrong, I ain't stupid. I ain't ignorant. But I ain't that smart. I want to show you a video of kind of how I work. Okay? Have you got the one of my man Sam and Wiley? Can I play that? Y'all going to take a look back here. I'm going to play this video of my man.
See you tomorrow, Sam.
All right. I want another one. I want another one, shorter one, where what happens is just like when they argue with each other, and then he checks out and goes get something to eat, and then comes back and goes back to work. You know what I'm talking about? You want to say good night, Ralph? Okay, now here's what I want you to do. If you ain't never seen that video before, not that one, but if you ain't never seen Sam and Wiley, have you ever seen that? You ain't never seen that? You ever seen that cartoon? You seen that cartoon? You seen that cartoon? Well, if you ain't seen that cartoon, that means you're young. I don't mean at heart. That means you ain't been on Earth long. And if you ain't been on Earth long, that means you're young. And I want to get you while you're young to teach you not to be an idiot like some grown-ups that are 50 years old and broke and pathetic, and they're a joke, and they ain't got no money, and they ain't got no family, and they ain't got no friends, and they end up killing themselves or wanting to kill themselves, trying to drink himself to death, and they're a worthless piece of junk. Now, don't get me wrong, that God created them, and they got hope, and I'm pulling for them. You understand? But I ain't got time so much to work with these ones over here. Y'all remember what these were? Remember what? Them some odd ones. Them odd birds. Like somebody was texting me, I got this person that won't do this. You got another one? When you said this, you got another one? He said, I'm odd birds. You with me? They're odd. They ain't going, this goat's not going to, it's not going to produce. Nothing's going to happen. You with me? All right. Did you see when Sam said, good night, Ralph? Okay? Is that what he said? The coyote's Ralph, the coyote. So every day, and this is what I'm trying to show, if y'all watch some of these videos, is it Wally Coyote? How do you find it? You see these videos, every day he gets up and goes to work. And that's what I want to show in that video. I want some of the videos that show how every day he gets up and goes to work. That's the point of that show. I think about that a lot. No matter what happens, I get up and I clock. You with me? I know a guy who's 67 years old, and what you call these things up under here, the muscles up under there? Lats. His lats come out to here. He's about 67, 68. His nose, it looks like the Nile River. It's so crooked. You know what I'm talking about? Most of his hair's gone, scars all over his face. I wouldn't mess with him, okay? And he don't treat himself right. His name's Rick. You ain't figured it out, but I got blonde hair. Okay, but let me tell you what he does every day. He gets up and he punches the clock and he works out 4 to 8 hours straight. Every day. He's 67 years old. I know one of his good friends. He said that guy could have the worst night in the world. Do the dumbest stuff. Be up to 5 o'clock. But at 6 o'clock, my man will be pumping iron no matter what. He's like Sam. Y'all hear what I'm telling you? He's like that dog. So y'all gonna, I want another video that shows that, where he just gets up, goes to work, stops, no matter what, and goes back to work. That's the way I do. I recruit people when I don't care what happens. They think they making fun of me. They think they got away. In other words, I had a buddy named Bobby Wood. He's one of my supervisors when I worked at Cotton Mill. I said, Bobby, you catch any fish? Bobby say, I went fishing, didn't I? Because whenever he went fishing, he would fish, meaning he didn't go out there and goof around. Okay, check this out. All right? Where's my website? Here we go, right here. Check this out. Now, I'm telling you, when Albright goes to recruit, Albright recruits. It's not hard. When Bill Lampy goes to recruit, Bill Lampy recruits. Michael Owens goes to recruit, he recruits. Bill Smallage goes to recruit, he recruits. You with me? Joe Burke's recruiting. Now, in other words, I ain't scrolling down and looking at the recs. I don't want to know the people that ain't doing it. Does that make sense? I know that Ben Smallage said all he did is talk to people. Well, my man Bobby Wood, when he fishes, he throws the fishing pole out there. A lot of people go to fish and they drink beer and eat sandwiches and they enjoy looking around the world. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but don't tell me the fish ain't biting, you ain't fishing. You with me? Does this make sense? This is how that thing works. So this is how you start to get their head and their heart. Okay? You explain to them what we're doing. Now, this is a big deal. All right. Big deal. What I want to show you now is what I have done so far. What AA, what Andy Albright, what NAA, what the Alliance has done is we have found some superstars. Fitzgerald, I hired a guy who hired a guy who hired a guy who hired a guy who hired a guy. And all these people, some of them stole money, some of them are my best friends, some of them are relatives. Fitz got hired. All of them are gone. You with me? But I hired Fitz. Now, a couple of them have come back. Does that make any sense? So they're building. Well, how come they didn't stay? I don't know. I don't know why I caught a limb and not a fish. I don't know why the hook come out of that catfish's, the carp's mouth. I don't know. Here's what I know. I got to punch my card like Sam, the old dog, and I got to go to work. Does that make sense? That's what I got to do. I can't be in a panic. I got to get up and go to work. Now, I know this. I can't look around. You got another one? Is this going to show you what I want to do? Punch the clock. All right, punch the clock. I want to see him punch the clock.
Well, time's a-wasting, Sam. Yep, another day, another dollar. I punched you in, Sam. Well, gee, thanks a lot, Ralph. Shaw. Well, better luck next time, Ralph. Oh, sure, you can't win them all, you know. Thanks. Nice day, huh, Sam? Yep, good to be alive, Ralph.
Mm-hmm. Say, Andy, you don't mean to say you as simple as Sam. I'm a lot like Sam, okay? I'm a lot like Sam. I get up and I go to work. I punch my clock. Now, how about the coyote that's trying to steal sheep, try to get me, trying to beat me up, trying to kill me? I don't know which one, if you keep watching that cartoon, who wins. I know what I'm going to do. I get up and I drink my coffee and I'm messed up. As in, you don't want to see me in the mornings, okay? Mac, somebody come by, pick me up, get me to go to work and drive me. He sees me. Jeff Bright said, Andy don't walk around the house in his robe going, woo! I go like, oh, God, he ain't been to my house because, I mean, it's night. I mean, I'm like that guy walking into the tree. But I plug in. If you've ever been around me, if people come to office, you see how I mess up. James laughing about it, and he see me, he's like, you just don't care. I do care. It hurt if I run into a tree. It hurts, I'm embarrassed. But I got to get to that punch in, and I got to go to work. You with me? Now, here's what you got to decide. Are you the coyote trying to kill, steal, and destroy, or are you the Sam that's trying to do the right thing and protect? That's it. That's what you got to decide. What side are you on? Now, you say, well, the coyote is making a fool out of that dog. I'm just saying that I keep going. And here's what I know so far. Here's kind of the way it's been going down for me. All right? In my business, I get texts like this. I get one of my buddies sends me a text, and his daughter's birthday, and him and his wife takes her to New York, and on the Jumbotron, they got a picture, her picture on the Jumbotron, and this is them hanging out at that animal shop down there, right down in Madison. And I know where that animal shop already is on Madison Avenue, because I've been in New York so many times, because I get up and I punch the clock. Y'all with me on that? Let's see what else I got. This is my son jumping off and going straight down into a cliff, and he's just going to swing straight on down until he turns upside down, and he's going to swing across this massive Victoria Falls, one of the top most beautiful places in the world. In Africa, I get to hang out with my children. I get a text like this right here. This is Went's little boy, Caden. And I get to see he's a miracle baby. Surgery, prenatal surgery, was supposed to come out, not live, respirator. Instead, he comes out with boxing gloves on as a baby. How about that? And the reason he did that, because he's got a mama and daddy that picked to be on the side of to provide and protect and family. You with me? And he knows whether the insurance will pay it, somehow it's going to get paid. We're going to do what we got to do for our children. I get stuff like this right here. I get a nice garden that's drawing my own jalapeno peppers, and I invite my buddies over there, and we wrap them in bacon, and we grill them, and we them things. I'm going to tell you, it costs you $32 in a good restaurant right there, and we have them anytime I'm home. And grilling chicken and asparagus on this grill right there, that it just, I mean, I don't know if you like a grill, but it'll mess you up. I mean, I'm just telling you. People say, why you put something like that? You don't know. How many times I've been kicked, bloodied, beaten, embarrassed, put down, somebody faking stuff, somebody making fun of me. I got to click the clock, get up, go to work. And what's happened is, I done found Fitz. Fitz hired a guy who hired a guy. This guy was the biggest liar you ever met in the world. But you know what he hired? Somebody else and somebody else. You know eventually what come out of that? It's Bill and Diane Lampe. And all that's gone, but he's got them. So I've got two right there that are studs and studettes. You with me? This is what you're looking for. And we explain to them that people going to try to mess us up. And you find a Ben Smallage. He found a Paul Roberts. You find a Jane and Jane Ben. They're out there for you. But you got to describe what you're looking for. You got to say what you're looking for, and then you got to try to do this. Now, I'm going to tell you what. Fitz knows I ain't perfect. Chris Long knows I messed up. Stephen Davies, I've apologized to Stephen Davies. I said, sorry about that, Bo. I didn't mean nothing by it. My mistake. He said, I'll mess up tomorrow. But that's because we're buddies, and we fight stuff out. We don't run and hide. We don't steal. We don't try to destroy. We try to build up. Y'all tracking on this stuff? This is the way it works. And then I get to invite my buddy, and I said, look, me and Spencer are going to go hunting, Stephen Davies. You want to bring Chandler down, spend a night out in the guest house. We'll get up early in the morning and go goof around together on a Monday. Not no holiday neither. Just a Monday that we pick out of the blue. We just got to check with Holly, his wife, check with my wife. Other than that, we ain't got no boss. You with me? We just got to check with Jane. Jane says, okay, I'm good to go. But she's like that. She lets me work. By the way, I like these women that let their man work. There are women out there that say, I want you to stay at home and I want to be rich. I don't want you to go at night and travel. Nuh-uh, that won't work. Or the guy that won't let his wife go out and build a business. I like the people that let them go. We got to build something. And then Jane knows how hard I work, so she ain't going to say much when I get ready to go hunting. I know how many times she was up late at night and she wants to go to the beach, hang out for the week. I don't say much. You with me? In other words, the biggest thing is knowing what you want. You knowing what you want. You say, Andy, what should I want? You tell me what I want. I can't tell you what you want, but I can tell you this. If you want to have stuff like this, look at this. Look at this. My man James, my man Zach, Robbie Kraft. I get a picture like that. They're somewhere, I don't even know what state they're in. And they just fired up, hiring people. They chasing a dream. You want to be fired up chasing a dream, that stuff don't bother you? Shoot for senior board member. Shoot for EVP. So I'm just shooting for agency manager. Okay, shoot for agency manager. I wish you'd shoot for EVP. I wish you'd say EVP or bust. I'm going for EVP. I hadn't met nobody lately that I didn't think couldn't go executive vice president. Now, I'm going to tell you what, senior board member, that's a step apart. That's a big step right there. But anybody can do that. All you got to have is 4 agency managers. Y'all know everybody can be an agency manager. I mean, you already know that. You ain't that much. I'm going to break it down to you. I did it a couple weeks ago. All you need is 4 agency managers and 2 key leaders. Now, this is different. When you step, that's a big step right there. But anybody can go EVP. It's just a matter of making a decision and have their heart right. Tell you this, flipping through a magazine, Africa tourism, finest Botswana, Victoria Falls Safari Lodge. And I'm taking pictures. I took this picture and sent it. If you come across a great hotel, great resort, a safari, a trip you want to do, send it to us. We'll put it on the agenda. It might not be this year. It might be next year. But we'll put it on the calendar and we'll have a free all expense paid trip there. We're working on, right now we're investigating January 1 another trip starts. Right now we're going to Greek Isles. I'm doing this right now. Matter of fact, I sent this email a couple of my buddies. I go like, I go in here and I click on the leaderboards. Is that going to go to it? I think it will. I go to the leaderboards and I hit Control F and then I put in my buddies' names. Okay? You clicking on it for me? I click on my buddies' names and I say, because see Tim Wacko, he's done won it. I love Tim Wacko. Minerva's already going. Okay? But what I do is I start scrolling way down here. Now, I ain't going to stop right there, but I look down here, and I'm going, man, 18,000, and you need to pick up the pace. And I'm finding my buddies. I hit Control F, and I'm finding my buddies, and I'm saying, look at here. Now, right here, they about on pace. Christina Bars, Kim Smith, Diana O'Brien, 53,000. Diana's right there. She only needs 47,000 more, and we're going to go where? We're going to go all over the Greek Isles. We're going to fly into Venice. We got a big surprise me and Revis been talking about the last 2 days, and we about agreed that we're going to keep it a secret to the last minute. And you want a trip, you're going to be like, wait, what? And I go, yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's a big surprise. He didn't talk me into spending extra money, but I'm trying to figure out the next Dan Gilliam. Dan Gillingham, Bo. Dude, you need to be there. He's right on track. Brandy Irwin's on track. Lauren Atkins, Lisa Lyons, right on track. Chris Long, Doug Watson, right on track. See, Neil Rabideau, look at here. Neil, way to go, buddy. See, I'm looking for people that are on track because these are my friends we're going to travel the world with. See, here's the thing. Adam Katz, me and Adam talk about this all the time. We're living like nobody's business, bro. We're living with friends, happy. So how do you put up, Andy, when something bad happens? When they have a no-show? I have a dream. I got to get people to think about, I got to get them to keep their eyes up here and quit looking down here with the crowd. This is how you get a heart. This is how you get 10 grand. This is how you get it, just like that. Because a 10% spread on a guy that's doing $10,000 is $1,000. In 10 months, you got $10,000. All you got to get is a guy that won't quit, will keep his eye on the prize, write $10,000 a month. Now, you help that guy do what's right, both subjects. He hires another guy, gets him 10 grand. That's 20 grand a month. You got a 10% spread, that's $2,000 a month. You get 10 people like that, that's $20,000 a month coming in. Does this make sense? This is so simple. There's people, look at this, there's people, we're 7 months into it, Glenn Peltz writes $71,000. If you made a 10% spread, you've already made $7,000 this year. If you had a 20% spread, you made $14,000. You with me? These are the kind of people, look at Adam Katz on there, 71,000, Paul Roberts, 70. See, this is the kind of stuff we're going for, guys. Then we get to pick where we're going to travel next year. So we're working, so whoever wins the trip this year, we're going to start again January 1, and we're going to win another trip for 2016. Now, we're working for agency managers and above. Let me tell you, do not book your calendar for around the February 14th category, about 8th, 9th, 10th, through around the 18th, 19th of February. We're going to go somewhere if you're agency managers and above. But you got to be on this side, the heart side, okay? I'm happy for you over there. I know you got plenty of money, but I need you on the agency manager side. So it's going to be for recognized agency managers. We're going to go in February. And what's going to happen is this trip was very inexpensive, but eventually we're going to get better and better trips, and they're going to be all expense paid. As the company grows, we're going to do more. Does this make sense? As the company grows, right now we got one all expense paid trip. This is going to be a very discounted trip, and then it's going to be another free trip. Eventually we're going to be taking 3 trips. Does this see how this is going to work? Now, right now, Fitz can go where he takes his family to Atlantis. Bill Lampy goes off and does these Jeep tours where he drives a Jeep in the woods and the hills and stuff. And Chris Long and Joe Burke, you saw his name. He takes his family down to, we travel for sure outside of NAA. There's plenty, but we're going to do more and more all expense paid trips. How about this? Here's another picture I get to look at. Look at these buddies. My girl Nikki, part of James' team. And Dan, and these guys, these are power players. How about this? Look at this crazy son of a gun. I'm going to be shooting guns with him in a couple of days. He's a friend of mine, man. He's a friend of mine. He's a military guy. He's hiring military. He wins a GSB. He sings it to the wounded warriors. I love it, man. Is that it, Bill? Is that what I got on my pictures? Yes, sir. All right, guys. All right, so here's what we do. Now, I want to tell you one last thing. I'm going to wrap up. This has messed people up a little bit, okay? You need to be the person. Zach, hello, I'm talking to you. Gooden, I'm talking to you. Chris Long, I'm talking to you. Stephen Davies, I'm talking to you. I'm sitting here. This is me, AA. And I've hired this guy. And this guy seems like he knows everything. I like him, okay? And he's hired about 10 people. Let me tell you something. He's put in 62 people in his business in the, I think it's in the last 90 days. Y'all don't know this guy. His organization did $235,000 in the last 90 days. Nobody knows him. He's not a key leader yet. But he did $235,000 in his group in the last 90 days. All right. Well, he's got a guy right here. One of these guys he hired. And I'm on the phone with him, and I'm on the phone with this one right here. And then this one has hired 3 people, like this, and this one has a person right here. All right? So here's who I have on the phone. It's me, this dude, and this dude tells me that this guy don't want to do the system. All he wants to do is sell. He don't want to recruit. Okay? So instead of telling him to tell him, which he wasn't on the phone, to tell him. That's what, okay, keep in mind, this is not even a key leader yet. He's got a bunch of people, but he's still working through the mess. I got this guy on the line with me, and I got this guy on the line with me. I asked for this phone number, and I call this guy, and they call him Reverend Ray. I said, Reverend Ray, Andy Albright here. He said, hey, man. I said, I'm excited about this business. I got this guy and this guy on the phone. And this guy right here, we like him. He said, I like this business. I said, listen, I'll tell you something, Bo. Before you say anything, I'm just going to tell you, America's struggling out there. Will you agree with me? He said, yeah. I said, I ain't for Obama. I ain't against Obama. He's a president. I respect him of America. But there's people out there struggling. There's news. My comedian done killed himself. My race car driver done run over his buddy, done got mad, spin out and run over his buddy. And all kinds of stuff happening out there. People need jobs. People ain't got raises. Suicide rates up. People committing suicide just like Robin Williams. It's bad out there. People need some hope. Ray, I need for you to help me to tell people how good this business is. He said, I've been thinking about some people I'm talking about. I want to do this thing. I agree with you, man. We got to make a difference. Did you hear the part where this man told me that this man told him this man didn't want to do our business? When I called him, I started talking about America. I started talking about making a difference and helping and find somebody. And he said, I've been thinking about some people. Well, every one of them was like, I can't believe he said that. I said, this is the way you ask him. Now, I had another guy. And I'm going to tell you how this one went. I hired a girl. Lady. How's it work? I hired this lady, and she hired a guy, and he hired a guy. Okay? So I had this one on the line with me. I had this one on the line with me. And they want me to talk to this dude. So I'm talking to him, and he's getting his license. He ain't hired nobody. I said, you need to speed up. So I explained to him the strategy to speed up. How you take the test at the end of the thing and everything. And all these people, he said he done told him. She said she done told him. But he acted like he ain't been told. So I told him, because I tell him with energy and excitement. You with me? So maybe they told him, maybe they didn't. But I made the phone call down here, all right? And then I told him about, has he thought about hiring anybody? And he said, I want to wait till I get successful before I start doing that. And I told him, I said, the room is divided. Some people don't think you're going to make it because they don't think you got the stick-to-itiveness. Now, some of us think you're going to make it big time. So what we want to do, we want to hire some friends of yours that might have more talent than you. In case you don't make it, we want them to make it in America. And my man said, what did you just say? I said, I was just thinking that half the room was divided, that you would do it, and half said you wouldn't, and we want to talk to your friends. He said, you making it funny, ain't you? I said, kinda, but I'm kind of serious. He said, some of my friends are better than me. I said, well, look, if they're better than you, then they might can do this. He said, well, you're making me think. I said, well, think about this. How many people need an opportunity? They need a chance. They need a program. They need some leads. They need a company like Forrester's or Mutual of Omaha. They need me and you. They need to know Nikki. How many people? He said, oh wait, you know I left that somebody, actually a couple right there. So I'm waiting. I didn't have this. I didn't have these people online. I had this one, this one, this one online. So I told this guy, I said, how many people need a chance? He said, you know what? You got me. Just like that, you got me. Now this one said he wouldn't recruit. She said he wouldn't recruit. Okay? But my man, when I told him those two things, he said, you're right. There are people. I'm going to help you find somebody. But see, what I'm saying is, I told him this, there's 100 ways to do it wrong, 1,000 ways to do it wrong, 1,000,000 ways to do it wrong, one way to do it right. We got to start people out right. We got to go to their heart. We talk about our values. Now listen, I got to tell you, we don't throw up. But here's another thing. If you're recruiting somebody, and this is you right here, what you need to do is you need to tell this person to come to the hot spot. You need to tell that you need to go down in here and get the people to associate. Talk to them about association. Negative association is when people tearing them down. Positive is when they building them up. You say, you don't have to explain that to people. You have to remind me about it. Because I ain't careful, I'll slip over there with the dum-dums. I'll slip over there with the no ambitions. I'll slip over there and want to retaliate against the idiots. What I really need to do, I was talking to a senior vice president of one of my favorite insurance companies. I'm going to say which one, but his brand new favorite insurance company. And he said, Andy, you got to keep doing what you're doing. And I thought about Sam punching that clock. And I said, I got to go because I got to get a shower because we cut a deal. By the way, applications going through the roof with Phoenix since they come out with what's that? Safe Harbor, but I'm saying the accelerated benefits with activity living benefits where you can get all your money in that term. The average premium we're picking up on those cases is almost $1,400 per case. It's higher than the Smart UL. It's looking good. So I said, I got to go. I got to get a shower. I got to get to the TWC. I got to get this thing going because I got to do what I do. I got to punch the clock and I got to look at my calendar. A lot of people don't know how to work the calendar. By the way, I didn't talk much about your head. The head is your calendar. Your heart is you want to no matter what. And your head, here's what tells you in the head. I was telling this new person. I said, this new girl. She worked at Walmart. Good girl. Got a little kid. Daddy's not around. I told her, I said, 24 hours in a day. This is what your day's made up of. You do that. You do that. Oh, yeah, you got that 2 minutes of Facebook you got to do right there, baby doll. You got TV. You know what I mean? People, that's what their day's made up of. We have something new called the Alliance. Where's it going to fit in there? The head tells you something's got to go. The heart tells you what's got to go. She said, I ain't giving up no time on my child. I said, don't give up no time with your child. What's going to go? Well, I ain't going to do this. I said, let me tell you something. I done asked you one time what you going to give up. What you telling me is what you ain't going to give up. What I need for you to do nicely is make up your mind what you will give up. That's what I need for you to do. That's your head. Let your heart tell you. Let your heart tell you what you're going to give up. But your head will tell you you can't do everything she's doing and do this and make money and build friends and make a difference. You can't make a difference, build friends and make money and do everything she's doing, because what she's doing ain't. All right? And she said, you're right. I need to decide. I said, well, hang up. That's what I need you to do. There's 2 things I need for you to do. All right? Ended up being 3. I need for you to start taking those tests in a chapter. I need you to think of some other people that need something and want something, and you tell us who we need to talk to, and you need to decide what you're going to give up, because something has got to go away. Just a little bit of something has got to go away so that you can get some of this, because 24 hours in a day is all you got. So that's the head, and that's called the calendar. We got a Monday, we got a Tuesday, we got a Wednesday, and we need to look at your calendar, and instead of doing it like this, we look at your calendar and we say, what do you do here? Well, that's 8 hours of sleep. Well, if you got to have 8, you got to have 8. I can tell you this, I didn't get in 4 last night. I was more than 3 1/4 last night. You got to give up something, okay? And then I got to eat breakfast. Well, you look like you need to eat breakfast. I got to exercise. You look like you need to exercise. I got to go to lunch again. Whoa, wait, See, what's your calendar look like, bro? What's your calendar? Show me your calendar. I heard a man a long time ago, multi-millionaire. He said, show me your calendar, and I'll predict your income 90 days from now. Show me your calendar, and I guarantee you what you're going to be making 5 years from now if you keep this calendar up. I promise you, I can look at your calendar. Show me your data. And don't be like, and it don't need to be one of those calendars that looks like this. It got the whole month. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen those people got the whole month? That's what a college calendar looks like this. Work, work, nothing, work, work. You know what I'm talking about? That's not no calendar. This day I work, that day I don't work, right? And then, you know what I'm talking about? Like, because that's when you worked at Bojangles or whatever. If you're an adult and that's what your calendar looks like, I'm telling you, I ain't trying to be mean, but we need to know that whole day, what's each hour you do. Every minute you do is important, because you only got 24 hours. That's the head part. That's where Michael Owens can help you. That's where Stephen David, Adam Katz, that's where they can help you. That's where Kyle can help you with your calendar and get your head right. But your heart's got to tell you what's got to give and a go. And then you got to get the blinders on. Guys, I'm going to tell you what. I'm fired up out of my mind. What I want to wrap you up with, I want you to check out, can y'all play that video of the Oasis of the Seas, where we're going? Think about it, guys. I'm like crazy, but you know what? When we're sitting there on Oasis, not an Oasis, we just got back from that, but when we're sitting there in Venice, and the first hotel, if you're on an extension trip, we're going to be on top of the hotel. My room is right up at the top, and there's a swimming pool right outside of it, and the swimming pool is not on the roof, it's elevated on the roof. So we're not on the roof, we're elevated above the roof. When you get up on top of there, and you look out all over Venice, and we giving us a glass of champagne or a Diet Coca-Cola, and they got Michelob Light, if you like that, because Jane checked. We checked for her, they got it. I mean, I was telling you, a lot of times you go to another country, they don't understand the good beer, right? They got Michelob Light right up on top. They got Diet Coke or Coca-Cola Light. They got it's a 5-star. It's unbelievable. And I'm just going to be like this. This thing's right, baby. That's what I'm talking about right there. I'm going to be just relaxed. And I saw it tomorrow. We're going, I want to tell you the activities we're going to do, because they're awesome. I can't tell you the activity, but it's going to be awesome what we're going to do. They've got it laid out, and we're just going to stroll around. First thing if I'm going to tell you the first thing we're going to do, is going to this place and get some coffee and biscuits. It's just, it's what they do. It's like these little cinnamon roll things. It's just what they do in Venice. You just walk around, stroll around, relaxed, right? And we're just going to be relaxed, and we're going to laugh. We're going to take pictures. Where's my pics? My pics. And you're going to be in these pictures right here. It's going to be you right there, right there. You right there, there. You. It's going to be you right there, right there. It's going to be you right there. It's going to be you right there. See, this is what it's going to be. This is what I dreamed of, guys, is taking friends with me taking my family with me, going to Africa, going to Christmas, having stuff and giving stuff away, having stuff named after you. You can't do that getting distracted or trying to kill and destroy and steal. You can only do it doing the right thing, focusing on the right stuff, and getting after it. Y'all hear me? So wrap up with that video. I love y'all. Hope this helped. It's the head, it's the heart, and it'll fill the billfold, guys. Love you. Bye-bye. See you. Take care. Y'all grab a seat. Sorry about that.
This is that one trip that we've really been wanting, to where we could share those memories and being able to have my 18-year-old daughter and my 12-year-old girl, and just every time I turn around, both of them are hugging on me, say, "Dad, thanks so much. This is so awesome."
The difference is simple. It's people. It's been amazing dinners with couples. It's been events like this, table tennis, the belly flopping contest. It's amazing stuff.
Being able to hang out with the best people on the face of the earth, that's the coolest part for me.
I've been on several with other companies. I've been around the business for a long time, and there is no comparison, and it's primarily due to the people. I would tell you that being with the Alliance is nothing but first class all the time.
Travel by yourself, you don't have the ability to rent out an entire movie theater. You don't have the ability to rent out an entire restaurant. Here we're renting out entire restaurants, movie theaters. Last night we got to see a water show. Every night there's something on the docket that I gotta go look at and say, oh, this is where I go to tonight. And there's like, it's our place. We sit down, we don't worry, we don't stress. No stress, zero stress. Our trips have no stress.
The shows are like being in Las Vegas. There's so much to do, and it's round the clock. It's just a cruising city is really what it is. And there's just incredible views everywhere you look, which makes it breathtaking no matter where you are in the boat.
You know, we're all together, we see each other, we high-five even if you don't know each other. It's family, and that's really the Alliance difference, and I'm loving it.
Some folks from home are texting me like, what's it like? What's it like? And I'm thinking, gosh, I can't explain it. You gotta come. It is so worth it.
It's
Yes.
Fun.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Exciting.
Yes.
Dude, this cruise has been awesome. Just amazing to be around other people that are like-minded, that are all fighting for the same type of goals to improve their own lives, and spend time like this with our family and people that we care about. It's amazing.
The first trip I've ever taken my kids on, but this is already my favorite trip. I want to bring my kids all the time now.
This is the first carrier trip that the kids get to go, and to watch their faces get to experience the first-class service that the Adventures team puts together. I'm really excited about that. As a father, as a provider, it really, I love the way it makes me feel that I can give this to them because they deserve it.
I will go anywhere for you. I will go anywhere for you.
I see it. I feel it. I know it's happening, guys. I'm so excited for the Alliance. It's never been this great. It's never been this crazy. This cruise, people will be talking about the cruise that we took in 2014. After that, we exploded. I look forward to seeing you on one of these trips.
Next year, Greek Isles, it's got to be you. You got to be there. You have to be on the boat in the Greek Isles, Italy, Venice. It's got to be you and your family.